Good afternoon, it's Monday the 16th of August and I'm just going to do a short video on my tomato patch, and unfortunately it's a disaster. So the tomatoes, I planted these out about 6 weeks ago maybe, big A-frame, lots of different varieties. I had some shop bought ones and homegrown ones, and the idea was that these would fruit throughout the year, and because of the way I made the frame that I'd be able to get to all the fruits, so I'd have a plentiful supply of a wide variety of tomatoes. Unfortunately, that was not to be, and over the last week or so, we've been absolutely decimated by what's called tomato blight, which I wasn't familiar with before. So tomato blight is a fungal disease. If I can just show you these tomatoes here as a good example of this. It's like a foul black fungus that gets into the skin of the fruits. It withers over the leaves and it puts like an awful black kind of a blight, yeah, for want of a better word, onto the stems. You can see it there, I hope. So it's annihilated absolutely everything. So this was once, oh, just trying a snail, sorry snail. This was once a really nice looking patch. But as you can see, it's gone through it, as I say, just like wildfire, and killed everything off. There's no real cure for it once it's in. There are various pesticides and stuff you can put on it, but it moves so quickly that I think it's done this in probably about a week. Didn't really see it coming, and then boom, it was on us. And it's a shame. You can see some of these fruits, like these were looking lovely, lovely great big toms, but when you look at them, they've already been infected. They're obviously completely inedible. We were getting quite a nice variety. There's some plum tomatoes here that are coming up nice. Lots of little cherry tomatoes. Like you can see that the plants are actually just falling over. So my rather grim task for the afternoon is clearing it all out. The best bet with tomato blight, as I'm told, is get rid of it as quick as you can, because what you don't want is you don't want it going down into your soil, your vegetable patch, because it will come back the following year. Having done a bit of reading, the actual disease is a fungus. It's carried by spores in the air, so it's not like you're doing anything wrong to get this. It's just something that kind of gets carried in the air, and it can travel for a huge distance. So I've just got unlucky. So there you go, that's a rather tragic story of my tomato crop this year, and it's looking very, very sorry for itself. I'm going to pluck all this out. You know, the glass is half full. I always go on a 50% rule, so 50% of what I plant succeeds. I've had a good year. The tomatoes obviously not, but as per my last video, the chilies are coming on a storm. I won't go into the whole thing again. I've just harvested a load more Trinidad scorpions and the first of my Carolina Reapers, which is amazing. So yeah, you can see the fruits down here on the Trinidad scorpions. These ones are still ripening, so I've left them on. Yeah, so at least my chili crop has been untouched. So a very short video. I'll probably just do an epilogue to this once it's all clear. And what I think I'll do is, I've got some foxglove that I've grown from seed this year that are still quite young. So I think just to put something in the vegetable patch, I'll put those foxgloves in, give them a good old water, and see if we can at least make it look nice and flowery. Cheers. So just a quick update, I've taken the A-frame out now. And this is what I've got left. So I've got to just try and get all this in my green waste recycling bin. So wish me luck. Right, all done now. I've taken out the A-frame, taken out the tomatoes, as you can see. I've gone right down into the soil as much as I can to get rid of the roots, any loose fruit, any bits of stray foliage. Apart from the tomatoes, there's a number of little weeds and other bits and pieces in there, so that's kind of natural. I've then taken the These are my foxgloves, so I grew these from seed earlier in the year. They were quite late developers. It's a bit late in the season for planting them out, to be honest, being halfway through August. But I've got nothing else to put in there. And hopefully, if we're lucky and we get a bit of sunshine, these will come up nice, and at least the vegetable patch will look a bit flowery, if nothing else. So there you go. Lessons learnt. Tomato blight, bloody awful. But anything that goes wrong is always manageable, and you can make your garden nice again. Cheers.